everybody, it's Tamara from Etceterise, or Tamara from Prairie Town Girl if you're here from Instagram. And I have a flip through today. Yay! It's been a while. I've been so busy making fun ephemera that it took me a while to complete this little journal. And it is quite little. It's about just over 4.5 inches wide, and I think 7 3/4 inches tall-ish. But it's it fits in the hand nicely, and it's not super packed, but there is lots in there. There's only 2 signatures in this one, and I'd say there's under 50 pages, but there's lots on those 50 pages. So before I start, because once I get into showing you the inside, you're probably going to start to wonder why I put all these strange things together. But that's because I have a little bit of a strange inspiration for this journal. So I watch a YouTube channel called The Chateau Diaries. And it's a sort of a vlog by a woman named Stephanie Jarvis. And she runs a chateau, a French chateau in the middle of France. And she hosts a lot of different types of events and has sort of like people can stay there and that type of thing. And she does lots of DIY projects, and she has lots of parties. And she has this never-ending list of friends and volunteers who come through, who help her. And it's sort of, if you've ever watched Escape to the Chateau or Escape to the Chateau DIY, it's sort of a spin-off of those TV shows, but this is purely on YouTube. And she uses her channel to now to raise money to help with the repairs of the chateau, because as most people know, it's extremely expensive to live in a French chateau. Anyways, it's a very addictive channel and it's very entertaining. But one of the things I really like about it is that Stephanie is just incredibly positive all the time, and she just has this wonderful way of spinning everything, and you know, she can laugh about just about anything, which is kind of the opposite of me. I'm very serious and I take life too seriously sometimes. So I've been very inspired by that aspect of her channel. She's also a really amazing storyteller as well, and she really gets into the history of things. So it's also very informative too, on top of everything else. So anyways, this journal is inspired by all of that, and so there are references to France and the Chateau de Lalande, and there's lots of chinoiserie and peacocks, and there's, at her chateau, she's got this really lovely wooded area outside, and maybe you can tell from my description, Stephanie is also just a very bright and sunny personality, and in the summer she wears this really pretty yellow dress. So that's sort of what started me off on all of this. When I saw this, this paper was in my stash, and when I saw it, I thought, that reminds me of that YouTube channel and everything that I like about it. So, yeah, so I know it sounds a little strange, but that's where the inspiration came from. So I'm just going to start by showing you this beautiful paper, and I got this paper from a online craft store, which is no longer around anymore, but I had been sent this for free. I was so lucky. But I've had it in my stash for a long time, so I decided it was time to use it. And it has, as you can see, there's cherry blossoms, and I decided to go for my usual lace on the spine. I was going to forego it, but in the last second I threw it on there. And then it's got this great red bow closure that contrasts with the yellow but goes perfectly with the cherry blossoms. So let's take a look inside. So we have, first of all, some more gorgeous paper, and I don't know what to call it, except I don't know if this is Chinese or Japanese paper, to be very honest with you, but it's from somewhere in Asia, and it's gorgeous. And so that's what I've used to line it, and I couldn't bear to cover it up with a pocket or anything because it's just way too gorgeous. So as I mentioned, outside of the chateau, there's this wonderful wooded area, so I decided to, for this signature cover, use a calendar page with the woods, and it has a pocket on the inside made with some origami paper, and I've got a cute little mini sort of scrap journal notepad on the inside, with a yellow glittery butterfly, and then we've got a couple of blank pages here, a nice big fat hinge, and then I got a book from the thrift store, I think, and it had all these great Chinese images, and the text, of course, is also, I think it's Chinese. I don't know what dialect it is, but it's beautiful, and so I've thrown some of that in here. And I've got this, this is also made all from origami papers. Why? Well, I know why I have so much origami paper in my stash. I used to live in Japan, and so somewhere over time I ended up picking up papers while I was there. But so that means this paper is very old. But there are little tuck spots in here, and there's pockets as well. And then inside this pocket here, I've got a little piece around, called Who We Serve, and the other side is Honor the Court Jester. So if you've watched any of the Chateau Diaries, you'll know that how perfectly fitting that is. And as I mentioned, they have a couple of peacocks on the ground, so I tried to throw in some peacocks, and we've got a little pocket over here too. And then this is more of my own coffee stain background papers that have been, I used doilies with them to get the background images. At the chateau, there's lots of incredibly old, beautiful things, and so I thought this cross-stitch pattern kind of fit in with that feel of things. I've got a few papers in here of my own printables, and I'm not selling them yet because I'm just still playing with trying to figure out how to use the software and how to make printables. So threw in some of my testers in here. A little bit of stamping. Here's a little tuck spot. This is just from some scrap paper I had. If you saw my little note cards on YouTube, or no, sorry, on Instagram recently, this is a scrap from that. And there's just a little sort of printout of a French ticket, and I put some lines on the back there, so it's a nice little journaling card. And I put in my pages using some red embroidery floss to go with the whole theme. Let's see, what else do we have here? More printables. And I got this from a book I have of these beautiful close-ups of a bunch of Michelangelo's work, and so I started pulling some pages from that. Wanted to bring in some more yellow, so this is some pressed flower art. This is from Mrs. Delaney's Flowers, and it's a whole book of credit cards. Haha, I wish. No, postcards. And I showed you that in one of my thrifting videos a long time ago, so I'm putting those to use. We've got a dictionary page here with chateau and chatelaine on here, so that's kind of cute. And then just threw in a tag that I just had in my stash, and added another pocket, and hopefully you can see the coffee staining here. And then we get into the second signature, and I always think purple and yellow go together really nicely, and so I had to really hold back on the purple, but I was able to put a little bit in here. So I've got a pocket going this way, just another little ephemera piece with a baggage tag, and this is, I called these my placeholders. We made those quite a while ago, Here's another one of my own little printables, and we've got some ledger paper, another little tuck spot, and then this is also something I made quite a long time ago, but we've got some purple and yellow together as found in nature, which I thought was really nice. So this is these are real pressed flowers from my garden, and they're in a little window tag. And another printable with some lilacs, coloring page. There's another one of my little printables. I've been practicing a lot. Once you get started playing with it, it's hard to stop. Some more peacocks. And then I've got quite a bit going on this last page here. We've got a couple of pockets and tuck spots here. And I've got 3 tags with 3 different chateaus, and we've got journaling space on the back of each of them. There we go. And then in there, and then on the very last page we've got some more beautiful peacocks, and that was just an image in my files of paper that I have printed out from the internet. I have no idea where I get these things sometimes. And then we at the back, and that's more of that great red paper. So I haven't decided yet if I'll completely go fangirl and send this overseas to France, or as a gift, just to let her know how much I enjoy her YouTube content. Or maybe that's just too weird. I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out. But I'd say I'd be pretty thrilled if somebody sent me something to tell me they were enjoying my YouTube channel. So we'll see if I get the nerve to send it. Anyways, you let me know what you think. You leave a note in the comments and let me know what you think I should do. I hope this project has sparked some creativity for you, giving you some ideas and some inspiration for your own journals. And if you would like to like or subscribe down there, please feel free. That would be awesome. And thank you so much for stopping by today. And have a great day. Bye bye.